If you're confused about what type of memory card you need to get for your DJI Mini 3 Pro, then this video is for you, so don't go away. Hey guys, Mike here and welcome back to the channel. So let's get straight into it. When it comes to SD cards for your DJI Mini 3 Pro, you will need a micro SD card. Now you may already have some of these at home that you have from older devices that you think might be able to be used in your Mini 3 Pro. Now that may be the case depending on how old those SD cards are, because a lot has changed in recent years with regard to the speed that newer devices write or record to onto the cards, and older cards might not be able to keep up. For example, the DJI Mavic Mini that came out in October 2019 records data to an SD card at 40 megabits per second. But the Mini 2 that came out in 2020 can record data to an SD card at up to 100 megabits per second. So that means if you have an older card that can just cope with your Mavic Mini's output, it won't work in your Mini 2, and it certainly won't work in your Mini 3 Pro. You'll get dropped frames, or even worse, it might just not record at all. So the key thing you need to understand is what is the maximum output or bit rate your device will be trying to record to the SD card. In the case of the DJI Mini 3 Pro, it's 150 megabits per second. Now, we'll have a look at the chart from the SD Association, link in the description below. Their reference table talks about write speeds of megabytes per second, which makes it a little bit confusing because we're talking about megabits. Now I've added an extra column for your reference that converts this to megabits. There are 8 bits to a byte, so a card with a write speed of say 6 megabytes per second is the equivalent of a write speed of 48 megabits per second. So back to our Mini 3 Pro, that writes at a maximum of 150 megabits per second. If we look at the table for a card that has a UHS speed class of 3 or a video speed class of V30, then you'll be fine. Also, if you look on the DJI website, specification sheets for each of their drones, they now include some guidance about what class of card you need, and also lists the brands and class of cards that they recommend you get to use in their products. So speaking of the Mini 3 Pro, if you've just picked one up, or even if you've owned one for a while, there are a couple of must-have accessories for that drone that I wouldn't be without. And the best thing is, they won't break the bank. So click on one of these links now, and I'll see you over there. Cheers, guys.